Hi everyone, this is your place value chart that you are going to be using for several weeks. You actually will probably be using it throughout the whole year, more so in the first month or so, but this will definitely be something that comes in handy. So when you open this up, it'll make your own copy of your own place chart. It'll say copy of place chart. You could click in here and take out the copy of and write your name so that I know. So it might say Amanda Stork, place value chart, 100 millions to ones. Once you do that, the first page just gives you a couple of tips. So what is bound to happen is something might get deleted. It lets you know that if that does happen, you can always press the undo button, which is located right up here. If you click this, it'll undo whatever you did. So for example, if I accidentally click on something that I didn't want to be deleted, such as this number, and I pressed delete, I could always go back, press undo, and it'll bring me back to what I was doing. So undo is going to be helpful. Also, if something really goes wrong and you're mess everything up and everything's looking all messed up, you can always go back and it tells you can reset to the original version. And all you need to do is click on the version history to the right of the help tab where it says up here, and you'll be able to go back to what the original value was, or sorry, version. So to get started, if we're down here, you're going to see your place value chart. Simply from the ones to the tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, millions, which we'll probably stop at, but we do have the 10 millions and 100 millions just in case we get there at some point. The numbers down here are infinite and they'll continue to replenish themselves down here no matter how many times you use them. If you want them to go away, you could press the undo, or you can simply click on it, press backspace, and it'll delete. What we're going to be doing this week is manipulating numbers and putting them in here. So I might ask you to show me the number 324. So you would have to take the 3, put it into the hundreds place, then take the 2, put it in the tens place, then the 4, put it in the ones place. Make sure, I know it's difficult, just like I'm struggling a little bit here right now, make sure you can see the numbers so that if I asked you to first slide, put the number 324, I can see that you're doing that. You will be able to take them out and delete them, but when you're turning in an assignment, make sure you leave them, and then you'll just go to the next slide in order to continue what we're asking. This next slide is a comparison chart, so I might ask you to compare the numbers such as 3,000s and 300s. What's different about it, and looking up might help you. It'll show you which numbers are smaller, which numbers are bigger. As we should know, each time we go to the left, we're going up by tens. Each time we're going to the right, we're going division by tens. So that might help you when we're comparing numbers. On the fourth slide, you will see the same, similar to what you had on the number 2 slide, except we're losing those reminders of the tens. How many times bigger, how many times smaller. And then same thing with the 5th slide, you'll notice that just the same things are kind of there in order to play around. And you'll see on the very last slide that this is where you can kind of submit work in. So if it tells you to type here, you might put those 2 numbers I give to you, put them in here and submit. They have your greater than or equal to that you could scroll and pull into there if you need to. And then the very last thing that I'm going to ask you to become comfortable doing is you might be working with something and I might say, okay, duplicate your slide, try again. If I ask you to duplicate slide, whatever slide you're on, you're going to go to the slide button up top here, click slide, and then under new slide, you'll see duplicate slide. Duplicate means to make a copy of it. So when I do that, it makes the exact same slide that was on 6 on 7. Nothing changes. If I had numbers in here and I duplicated it, they would remain on here in 7. You could always delete them. That might be something that we'll need to use going forward. If you have any other questions, we are always able to meet with one another and go over different solutions. So